Hey guys, what's up? Alright, we have till 1:30. Wow. Ooh. Holy crap.
My brain is done.
My brain hurts. A lot, actually. Or I'm just caffeine deprived. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I need caffeine, alcohol, food.
I told this one I'll need a drink after today. Yeah. Wow. A lot was revealed. A lot about blood splatter. Can you all let Jay know that we're live, please? Please and thank you. There's so many emotions going through my own brain and body that I haven't been able to process it all.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's so much that we can't even keep up. Thanks, Corey. Well, so Oma is wanting immunity. Otherwise, she's not going to testify today.
Yeah, but they said they weren't, right? Didn't they say they were not giving immunity?
The prosecution's not going to give immunity. Well, tell her to get off her break so we can go live. And keep everybody informed. Just kidding. Thanks, guys. Oh, man. I don't even know, guys. There's been grandstanding between Olma's attorney and the prosecution. Hey, look, there's Sam. Man of the hour.
Sam's man.
Sam is the man.
Sam is the man. You did so great, Sam.
Thanks, buddy.
They went on. There's a big thing. I mean, there's just lots of communication that we were not supposed to be. Our phones needed to be off. Once we went upstairs. They needed to be off.
So we were told.
Well, then they did say we could tweet in the out. You know,
in the hallway, but once we got in the courtroom, phones had to be off.
Yeah,
that's what we were told. Then Sam comes over.
Nicely after
very nicely, yeah, and says,
"Well, I was starting to wonder. I saw these people. On
I know.
phones,
I saw everybody with their phones out.
I told Jenny, I was like, I'm gonna go ask the cops, like, hey, you know, what's up with that? And I just should have. But it was only a few minutes later, and Sam came over. But most people weren't on their phones. There was only a very few because I think there was just overall confusion, and that's what Sam said, that there was just a line of communication that was missing. It started on one end and then they changed it later and blah blah blah.
Well, and Dad was texting me letting me know that it's just probably to cause confusion more than anything.
Yeah.
Keep people on their toes.
Yeah. So what do we want to talk about?
Yeah, Michael's okay. As far as I know.
Yeah, they just called him to witness or whatever.
That's...
But it was the first we heard. It was very surprising.
It was, like, within 30 seconds of sitting down, that was the first thing we heard.
They said we were going to be here all day, which I didn't know. And then,
either.
Boom, they said they called Michael E. Dalton as a witness. And we're like...
And both of us are like, I don't know this man that you speak of.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, the man's here. Under Goro.
Oh, nice. I forget to look at these when I can.
Yeah, so he said, what's up? Yes, I'm at work.
Yes, I'm at work. He was sending us good stuff.
So, he was freaking out on the live? Who was freaking out? What?
Michael was? Your videos are always so pixelated.
I can't help it, y'all.
It's just where we're at, y'all.
Yo, we're in the middle of the...
Show them this gorgeous view.
Here, you... JK, I didn't mean it. Nikki texted. Jay, is that you? Somebody. Jay, is that you as the, underground? 586-453-6970. Yeah, we're on lunch until 1:30.
586?
586-453-6970. Sorry, y'all. We're
we're pixelated, literally.
We're all okay. Perfect. Thanks. Y'all, we're all over the place. Just so y'all know, like, we've been on a roller coaster of emotion for, I don't know, the last 3 hours.
sounds muffled. The phone looks great to me.
Yeah.
Dad was freaking out on live. Well, maybe for getting called in. I don't know. Yeah, she's gonna take a stand later. How is Patrick's facial expressions while hearing all this stuff?
He's been very stoic.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's been staring pretty much straight forward from the glimpses that we get of him. He looks oddly calm.
Very calm, yeah.
Like you can.
I feel like
see
he looks up more when his people are talking. He definitely looks up and he makes eye contact with the judge.
Yeah.
But there's no sadness or remorse. There's no.
There's no nothing. Like it's just an empty shell.
Yes, the coffee. Thank you. That I didn't know about that, dude. I have never heard a word about it. So
a lot of this stuff, y'all, is coming out for the first time today. Yeah. Well, we heard about it and we both looked at each other. I didn't want to say anything until I had gotten a hold of Michael for.
Yeah, and I kept waiting for a bit too because I was like, oh, and people were blowing me up. Then I realized I gotta say something because people were sending screenshots of it that they were they were already telling everyone. So I was like, okay.
All right, so
we had no idea, but no one had served us. We've received no information about this until today, right at probably I think 9:03ish, probably somewhere between 8:57 a.m. and 9:05.
So timeline. Our tweets stopped because there's so much coming so quickly.
Yes, thank you.
That.
It's not like, okay, you like seeing us? Ah, you nice.
I want you to call in Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
I have never done that before, but I will.
We could be very
Is that a call? Is that just a call? Sam tweeted it. I'm sure they just want his drone footage. Oh, from that day in Westcliff or whatever. Yeah, Michael went out to that property and did drone footage. And so maybe that's what. I mean, you didn't find nothing. It was covered. There was feet. And the time of year is perfect because there's so much snow you can't see anything. But I think I did. I texted that number. Oh. Part of that number. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
We're a little frantic, guys.
Well, yeah, so we had to stop tweeting because they just started talking about there's so much information coming. And then that guy he didn't talk very loud. And they have these windows open to air it out.
Yeah.
And they immediately gave a disclaimer to please when the acoustics aren't good in this old courtroom. When vehicles drive by, they wanted that guy to pause, Greg Slater, but he didn't. And so you couldn't hear him very well. And there was so much information he was saying. He was talking about a previous thing where she brought the coffee and they had this long conversation about how to drug her with Ambien or something, and that she always carries drugs with her.
Yeah, okay. The one thing that he did say is KK's testimony that was given, the initial testimony, the initial interview for 4.5 hours was, what did he say?
Well, first they went to, okay. Oh, it was non-linear.
It was non-linear and...
Hold on, I wrote it down because I
did too, but I can't get to it.
Yeah, he said, so her interview in the Springs was December 20th, wasn't logical or linear. 4.5 hours, very lengthy. Okay, so we better call in.
Are we getting in trouble?
Very lengthy. I didn't know that KK was swearing she didn't know about Kelsey or the baby until just recently.
Yeah, so when CBI went to her home in Idaho,
I'm gonna try to call in.
Calling.
That'd be so awesome.
I don't think so, because you're going to have to type it in.
Okay. Come on, return to call, friends. 529.
Well, what are we getting into?
Pound. Like my brain is just like... losing. What's the ID? Is that another number?
What are we doing, guys? I'm confused now. Need that info. What info, folks? Sorry.
Hey. Hold on, let me get you on speaker. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good.
This is crazy shit, you guys.
It's so
You
crazy.
have no idea.
Oh.
Oh my god, so tell me what happened. They called Mike up to the stand?
Right away, open court.
Within 30 seconds of sitting down after the judge got in, they asked if Michael E. Dalton was in court.
Called him as a witness.
No way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Never heard of it.
And everybody just kind of looked around?
Well, they wanted to know. They continued to question, is he in the building? Is he here? They were literally calling him right at the moment, and the judge even said, "I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's here." He was like looking around, like
Well,
they
because they have,
expect. I guess it seems like they expected him with that, you
Yeah.
know, and so yeah.
they have sequestered all the witnesses out of the courtroom.
So did they say why they want to talk to Mike?
I think it's because of his video out at the cattle ranch.
That's what we.
The footage. Okay, so you guys know that's my friend's property.
Really? How weird, Jay! What a weird
That is-
world!
Bonkers.
How?
So my friend got that info. She got an email, and they were asking for signatures of all the property owners out there
Okay.
because Frazee leased their property. So they were wanting signatures to do a search only if needed, is what the email said.
Okay.
So they had to contact like 100 property owners and get their permission for them to possibly search. And we thought it was just like, oh, they're just covering their ass because he leased that property. So I told Mike about it. I'm like, hey, do you know where this is at? He's like, hell yeah, I know where it's at. Can you get permission for me to go out there and with my drone? I'm like, yeah. So then he did that. And now this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh my God. Who would have
I know
known
she is.
that it would come to this?
Right?
So you guys think that her body was burned? Is that what they're kind of doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what they're leaning at.
They're totally. They just said before they were talking because they are asking for immunity for Old Ma, and that was how they closed right before lunch. They were asking for immunity. They denied it, and then they start. I wasn't clear. It's not so clear to hear in there for some reason. They continued to say that there was evidence. The next person they're calling up, there was evidence that I guess that was not calling up, but maybe it was KK.
It was KK's written testimony.
KK's written testimony was that they were burning stuff on the property.
And Oma was
And
standing on
old
the
Ma,
deck.
she looked over away from the fire as they were burning evidence, and who knows what else. And old Ma was standing on the porch staring at. There's no way she could not see the fire and smoke and them burning evidence, and that she was very much there. So, and that's what they're going to prove. And so,
Holy shit, you guys.
right?
I can't get over this.
Me either. I can't get over that they kept the phones together and traveled all around our county and had her, like, they're idiots. They're so stupid.
Well, and it's not rocket science how phones work.
How phones work and how they travel. Why would Patrick have her phone and travel for 2 days? Like, it's just ridiculous. He's so guilty. It's so bad. It's horrible. It could have been prevented. It could have been prevented.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like Mike said earlier, he was like, they must not have removed the SIM cards. Because I guess even if you have your phone off, it can still ping you.
It'll still ping after you turn it back on of all the places
If you
that
turn
it
it
bounced
on,
off.
yeah.
So, in
They're just idiots and turned it on and communicated to people. Yeah.
Some providers don't even provide SIM cards in your phone.
Yeah.
Like
some don't have them.
Verizon,
Yeah.
you have to put your own
And
in.
they were Verizon, weren't they? Or
Yep.
were they T-Mobile?
No, Verizon.
Yeah.
They were both on the same phone plan on Verizon.
Patrick texted KK after that coffee incident, which hopefully you guys know about. He
was
said
pissed.
he was angry and said, "You have another chance."
Mm-hmm.
That was text
Oh my
all
God.
over the text. Angry, but don't worry, you have another chance. So yeah, they're evil, both.
I wonder if that bitch didn't put something in the coffee and it just didn't do the trick.
Right. I mean, she lied. How she lied? I have the name she came up with. She came with a total fake name. Said she was a labor. Said she was a neighbor, and that thanks for finding her dogs. Blah blah
It
blah.
was something Johnson.
Yeah, Casey Johnson.
Yeah.
She said she was Casey Johnson. She was a
Bitch
new.
has a lot of nerve, doesn't she?
She's horrible. Horrible. I can't believe it. I can't believe how involved she is. I can't believe what she's going to get away with. Yeah, she's
Well,
not.
it's people that think that the FBI are dumb.
Yeah.
Who thinks that?
People that have this grandiose sense of who they are. That's who.
Yeah.
I mean, it's somebody narcissistic enough to think that they're going to get away with everything.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously with this. I mean, hide your can. Get somebody else to go get your
Hide your
gas
kids.
can.
Hide
Get
your
somebody-
kids. Hide your wife. They're
Yeah.
coming to snatch everybody up.
Oh,
There you go.
free job.
Jenny, you crack me up.
Me? Well,
Kelsey seems smart. I don't think she would have actually drank the coffee.
I
No,
doubt it. She probably threw it away. It was probably more out of
A $6 caramel macchiato from Starbucks in our small little town.
In
I bring my
September.
neighbors stuff all the time. All the time. Just my neighbor, I brought him cinnamon roll. Those cinnamon rolls I brought Michael. I brought them to my neighbor and some other stuff just to be nice. So I could see I could see.
Yeah, but you know these people.
I know,
it's
right? To
different
take
than
a
when
random
a
person.
random stranger shows up to your door, hands you a cup of coffee, and says, "My name is Casey Johnson. You found my dog.
You may not remember this.
You may not remember, but you found my dog, and here's a gift of appreciation."
Oh.
And it's a caramel macchiato, her favorite drink.
Johnson is the neighbor?
Casey. That's who,
No, that's
who
who
KK
KK
said
said
she
she
was. That was her fake name. Yes. So she went with her aunt. I guess this is in September. She came here, went with her aunt to look at some trailer. Patrick tells her what an abusive mother she is. Says she burns Kaylee lets her burn herself with a flat iron, a curling
Slams her
iron.
hand in the
Slams her
fridge.
hand in the fridge. So keeps painting this picture of how
Threw her-
abusive.
Threw her on the ground on her head.
Yeah,
she had
all
a
this
bump on her
abusive.
head.
And so he tries to talk her into poison. And then she says, "Oh yeah, you could just put Ambien in her coffee. Oh yeah, I always carry drugs with me. Blah blah blah." Well, then she goes to do this comes into Woodland Park, stops at a bar, she says, with her aunt, then goes to Starbucks, gets a caramel macchiato, leaves her aunt in the car, and goes and knocks on Kelsey's door and proceeds with this fake.
Wow.
And the aunt could not see where KK went.
Well, let me ask you this. It said she parked in an alley.
Yeah.
So does that mean that she was avoiding some kind of camera, you think?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I don't know, the alley, that's where they said that she, the way they explain it, I don't even know what they're talking about because I know the property. So I'm like, what alley are they talking about?
It could be even like a block. Is there an alley a
we
block?
should have, why didn't we drive by there this morning?
Don't. You look at me like I know Woodland Park.
We should have drove by there. The alley, the description of alley is not really strong in my person, in
Did you see what Goro said?
Uh-uh.
Sarah's alley.
Sarah's alley.
So is it kind of
Oh!
like the road that winds around?
But why would they drive? Oh, just the road that just goes through, you mean, Michael? Sarah's alley. I mean, yeah, it's just in front of her house. It's just like the pull through, I guess. But
On the phone too?
no, we see him on live feed.
We're live streaming right now.
And so that's what's hard to talk because you're also, trying to read that stuff.
We're attempting to do everything
Way
at
too
once.
many things.
I wish he could call into Zoom too. We can all talk.
He might be actually live working. Let's see. Let me see.
Hey, are you live at work, Michael?
Yeah, I guess he can hear me, right? Whew, I'm obviously home with kids a lot, so. Mama got out the house.
Thank you for being
Oh my God.
Holy shit. And what kind of luck is that Mike couldn't go?
I know.
Called up.
There's a reason. There's
Well,
a
it would have
reason.
been awesome if we all were here. Like, if
Right?
he would have got to come and us still be here, that would have been so amazing. Yeah.
It's a blessing in disguise,
I know. It always makes me nervous. When they start calling him, I was immediately thankful, like, woo, I'm so glad he's not here. Don't take him to jail. Don't do nothing.
You know who you were, right?
No, I don't think so. I think some of them know who I am. Sam came and found me.
Yeah,
so
I
that
was
was
gonna
awesome.
say Sam came and let us know that we can text or tweet in the.
He said, are you, I don't know what he asked me, if I was Mrs. Underground. I'm not sure if he referred.
Yeah, he asked if you were Mrs. Underground.
Yeah, and when he left, he says, life is good. What did he say? It was so fun. It was cute.
It was life is tough. Life
No,
is
fun,
short.
good.
Life is fun.
Yeah, he's like, this
Something-
is fun or
yeah,
something.
something
Not
like that.
This is fun. It's horrifying. I know why he has a whatever, that bulletproof jacket on. Like, I would like to hurt the guy. I'm hearing this and I'm freaking out that a human would really do this for so long. What an evil ass dude.
I know.
They didn't even have
And we
watts.
were freaking out when Sam tweeted Mike's name.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, is he fucking with him?
No.
And they
No.
tweeted it. It took like 15 minutes. And I was like, oh shit, it's been confirmed.
We were just waiting because I hadn't heard from Michael. He was, I think, actually live feeding at the time, and she'd gotten an alert on her phone, so I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I just didn't know what to say, so.
Oh my god, poor Ma Underground.
Yeah, I was just like, where are we going with this?
And
No.
yet I volunteered for this.
Yeah.
That's the bonkers part.
You're gonna be there all motherfucking day too.
And I still have a 3+ hour drive back to
Yeah.
my home.
My water bottle's empty. I ain't ate nothing.
You don't live by them?
No, I live clear north.
She lives where we used to live,
Yeah.
in northern Colorado.
So I live an hour out of Denver.
An hour out of Denver?
Yeah.
And we're at the other side.
So I'm an hour north, they're an hour south.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fake. I'm reading my notes.
They're
I'm
like,
sorry.
they're an hour and a half out of Denver if it's an hour to the Springs and a half an hour up.
We're about 3 hours apart.
Oh, you guys, what is Patrick doing through all of this? What's his demeanor?
He's just sitting there, like, staring at the table, occasionally looking up, like, he's not really showing a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot of anything.
He's not?
No. I mean, his lips just kind of tight. Right here's a little squinched, just like mine is, but,
Just that same look.
same
Yeah.
look. Same look. Looks up a little bit. I mean, I saw him look up some when his dude was up, his lawyer, but, I mean, there's not much engagement, not much facial, anything. He didn't look that pale. Someone asked me if he looked pasty. He didn't look that pasty. His hair's grown out maybe a little bit.
I think I'm more pasty.
Me and Ginny
than-
were talking about how we feel pasty, so, yeah, he didn't seem...
So is old mouth Frazee all dressed up?
She did look nice today. She has like a white lace shirt on. I actually didn't recognize her by looks when she first walked in, but then
Well, because she was, like, actually walking upright instead of
yeah,
hunched
she wasn't
over.
hunched over, and she looked prettier than I'd seen her, just more put together. But then she walked, and I noticed her limp. She has like a specific gait, like
It's
she has-
almost like one leg is shorter than
Yeah.
the other, so she's, like, hiking her hip.
she walks funny, and
Yeah.
so as soon as she walked, I immediately
Maybe she's rode too many horses.
maybe right. Maybe.
I'm not even going to go where my head took that
Maybe.
one.
Oh, gosh.
Another question.
Okay.
Answer.
What about the Barretts? Are they there?
No.
We don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know that I'd even recognize them. They did have to text. They had the mom did have a big part in them, I think, going back. I don't know, big part if I'm saying this right, but Greg Slater, the CBI investigator guy, said that the mom texted him saying, Mom Barris or whatever, said that she was the one who let them know that things had been cleaned up and moved in the apartment. There was a bath mat missing. There was a doorknob she was the one. So it's like, why did she have to do that? Because earlier,
On the third and the
yeah, well, no, earlier in our notes, the first guy, Commander Adams or Alex, I kept botching his name on
Adams.
Twitter.
It's Traffic Commander Adams.
Traffic Commander Adams, he said that the suspected blood was seen on December 2nd. Well, I don't think they got over there. CBI guy said it was December 6th when they went over, and that he had a text from the mom. So that just shows, that sounds super shitty police work to me, in my opinion. I don't know why 4 days later you would be going to do your crime investigation, but I don't know, maybe DNA doesn't degrade or
Because
something.
We're dealing with some janky cops
So-
is what we're dealing with.
Yeah, that sucks.
But isn't it weird, you guys, that they said there was blood in the toilet?
So it was on the outside of the toilet towards, like, mid to bottom of the bowl.
The bottom of the bowl is the first suspected thing.
Father to find this shit.
Mom, Dad, and
Mom,
brother.
Dad said, "Hey,
And
the bath
brother.
mat she just bought not that long ago, and her bathroom's gone. Hey, the door. There's this white stuff on the fridge. Yeah, it took them to say this stuff for them to go in, and then once they came in with the forensic scientist, they swabbed.
A presumptive.
Yeah, they did the hinges, the electrical outlets, the vanity, all of it, and all of it was a mixture. It said in the septillions of Kelsey's DNA, but it was
almost positive for Kelsey. Almost
yeah.
100%
I'm just wondering
positive.
who else is in there. Was there anybody else's blood in there? That's what I'm wondering. When he kept saying
Yeah,
it was a
KK,
mixture,
I mean,
they made it very. They really designated that it was a mixture, even though it was in the septillions.
Dude, I am flying out there for this trial.
Please, please.
Jay, all I will say is if you fly out here, I will personally buy you a beer.
Oh my God, for sure.
or a bunch.
Or in my case, I had somebody buy me like 7 whiskeys last night.
Woo!
And, yeah,
Nice.
I'm feeling it now.
Oh my God, you guys. What was the other thing I was going to ask you?
Oh.
Did they clarify anything about the Sonic?
No, just that they had video of the
They
Sonic
did have video of Crystal.
and Patrick at the Sonic.
In my notes, I'm not sure if they said Patrick in my notes. I just have Crystal in there. But in my notes it said confirmed video footage of Crystal at the Sonic in Woodland Park, and then boom, at the Conoco in Florissant, and then Patrick's
It's like a mile from
his
Patrick's house.
But it's a ways from Woodland Park. Oh, multiple. On November 24th, there was multiple video evidence of Crystal at Patrick's house. Multiple times, multiple videos of her back and forth at his house.
There's nothing going on with my video, guys. It's sitting static. It's not moving. I'm sitting here. We're talking to Jay, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on. So the first thing I see is what's wrong with your video. I don't know.
No,
there's nothing wrong here.
pretty
It
great
looks
for us.
great. So I can't help you.
It's correct. I love you both.
Jay, you're a badass, and you know it.
She was seen at her townhouse at like 1 o'clock, and then again at 3:30, right?
Him.
1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he started calling folks around 4:25. He called his mom at 4:25. And then...
He called old Ma at 4:25?
Yep. Called her, and then he called phone number in Idaho at 4:37.
Which so happened to be registered to KK.
Just happened to be old 208 area code. KK.
KK, guys.
Yeah.
Well, y'all check your connections, because
They got him.
Dad with the phone is a witness. Yes, Dad with the phone
Yeah,
is
how
a
did
witness.
this happen, right?
Oh.
I can't believe Dad with a phone is going to be a fucking witness.
You made it happen, lady. That's crazy. You're powerful.
He said, it's your fault, Jay.
It is.
I'm like, oh my God.
Someone in the court was asking me about, a lady there was asking me if it was from the gel incident. She thought it was just because maybe he had communicated with him and gel, you know? And so I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it makes, it's
Well,
probably...
yeah, that's what he said. I went on his live, and
Okay.
I was like, I don't think it's that. Because think about how many people were in jail that came and went. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to have all those people testify. It's that
No.
fucking drone footage.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
And my friend said there's a clearance out there on that property for burning. They have a big area where people can burn. And she said if someone went out there and burned something, it wouldn't be unusual. Like,
Well, I don't even know why they would have to, though, because old Ma let him burn stuff right on her property. Why are they going to move her body somewhere else? They probably just burned her right on the... It said a steel rod. It's the second...
CBI
Still
wasn't
rod.
initially involved, guys.
Yeah, CBI wasn't initially involved.
Steel rod.
That was what they talked about right before. That was in between. They're based on found established motive. Heck, I can just imagine. Yeah, it's tense. It says recover second solicitation of a steel rod. I don't know what it means, but it was in context of old Ma.
Yeah, it may have been Patrick said, hey, do you have a steel rod? Based on previous conversations, there can be an assumption made that steel rod was going to be used to ultimately end Kelsey Bear's life. That's the reality of it. 1:30, guys. Yes,
Her,
sir.
I didn't know how a younger daughter was, 14 months old.
What time is it today, you guys?
14 months old. That is so
12:46.
sad. You got a little bit.
Yeah, it's 2:45 here, so I was like, they're 2 hours behind, I think.
Yes, steel rod.
So his brother, they said his brother had a strange relationship. Sean and him were on the outs.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about, like, Thanksgiving Day, that they had dinner at the Frazees or anything like that? Where did Sean see him that day?
They said that Sean came to the house on Thanksgiving Day.
And saw Patrick at 2:30.
No, didn't see Patrick
no,
at
didn't
2:30.
see Patrick. That's
It
right.
was 2:30. He didn't see Patrick. Patrick wasn't there, and they immediately had brought up the estranged. Oh, the interesting thing was Kelsey's conversation with her mom Thanksgiving morning. So they had two conversations, I think, or maybe it was the night before, but for sure in that 24 hours of Thanksgiving, she just wanted to know what Kelsey and Patrick's Thanksgiving plans were, and she said, well, we're just going to go out to eat. We're planning to go out to eat, with the baby, but not sure. She was worried that he was going to get called out for cattle duties or whatever. I guess the cattle, they make plans. From what she said was they would make plans and his cattle situation would call him out. So all she would say was they were going to go out to eat somewhere, but she wasn't sure if it was really going to happen. Well, then later at 9:17 on Thanksgiving, we know, yeah. 9:17, she talks to Kelsey again and says they just talked about their Christmas plans and what gifts they wanted, what the gifts they were going to exchange. Kelsey wasn't going to do drugs. She wasn't running away. She wasn't going to kill herself. She was making plans with her mother. So pretty jacked up. But Sean is definitely involved. I've heard about it from other stuff. All they mentioned was that he showed up. And so, I mean, I don't know when this burning was happening. I don't know if it was a Thanksgiving cookout. Yeah, so.
They're not really being specific. Like, we're watching Sam's tweet.
Okay.
And he's not really saying dates. So I'm assuming a lot of this happened on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, we'll hear more about that destroying evidence. They'll give us dates. I've been knocking the dates down because that's really interesting to me. They did, and just so for the record, I want everyone to know for the Barese family that the CBI found absolutely zero evidence of any abuse to her baby. And so I even hated tweeting on that, and I hope I didn't. I don't even know if I want to, because I just want them to know about, the accusations from KK. None of it was true. There was they've searched her medical records. They have not found any evidence of abuse from her. So that's good.
So the rehab was for anxiety.
He's trying to paint her.
He's trying to paint her as a terrible mother.
Yeah.
And then now to rehab. The rehab. So she went to rehab for anxiety, depression, stuff like that. That's what the rehab was for in California. It was not for drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, they interviewed or investigated with someone at DOS. I guess her admin lady who knew. She knew that Kelsey had gone.
Will do.
She knew Kelsey had gone to a treatment place, but it's not a drug and alcohol program. It's for chronic fatigue, depression. They do use some medication, but they don't even use medication all the time to treat people. It was more for a wellness place, And he's painting the picture. Yeah, he's painting the picture like it was a horrible drug addiction and that she was a violent, jacked up mom. He's just covering hearing his phone call with the police officer. Oh, so bad. They played it. That was the start of it, was him hearing his phone conversation. That's all they played. They didn't play the other videos, and they had another phone call they didn't record for some reason. But they did play that recording, and it was him saying a lot of things.
There was nothing. There was nothing explicitly said about the reason, or if it was even true she had a gun to her head. I highly doubt it. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, and on my notes here, the cadaver dog went December 4th. Why didn't they bring the cadaver dog in the house on December 4th? Because they didn't bring him in the house till December 6th.
Because they didn't have evidence in the house until the 6th.
They didn't have evidence.
Remember, because that's when...
So they forgot. Someone's missing? Someone's missing, and you don't go look in the bathroom? You just don't look through the house? You don't deeply search the house? That's super weird to me.
I will. I'll tell Sam that.
Weird to me too. Oh my god.
So the Barretts got there between the 3rd and 5th of December, and they noticed things were out of place, and they texted the CBI agents.
And that's what made them go back out there.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the day the 6th when they went back out at night.
Yep.
And they were seen carrying things out. They were in their
Out of her house.
Yeah, that's when I think
Yeah.
that's when the tub
Well, he
got
said
out
they brought a cadaver dog and they brought a forensic scientist. And
with this blue star stuff, which highlights blood. Essentially, it highlights blood, and that's how they found out where all the blood was.
How do you think he killed her? You guys have any?
it's weird how much he talks about giving her gun back. Ooh, that was creepy. Ooh.
See, that makes me think
Somebody would have heard a gunshot.
I know.
you would have had to. I mean, if you've ever
Their
been around,
houses are close. They're really close.
well, if you've ever been around a firearm, you know they're loud and they reverb horribly. So there's not anybody for a 3-mile radius that wouldn't be able to hear it. Ultimately, depending on the caliber.
But this still rod, who knows what we're going to find out.
Are you guys getting any more info on the tote?
Nope.
Nope, they just said it was critical, but they didn't say why.
I bet they're going to come back to it. Because they wanted to know, when on the multiple video footage of Patrick, her house on the 22nd, did he have blood on his clothes? Was he ever carrying that black tote? You know, and they said no. So that,
Well, the defense tried to paint it as the tote was used for his ferrying stuff.
I know, but I think, yeah.
But that seems bonkers to me.
Asking what he carried his tools in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That just doesn't seem like that. I know enough farriers, and I know
Did you have a permit for the gun? I don't know.
you don't, to own a firearm, you don't have to have a permit. To carry it concealed, you have to have a concealed weapons permit.
But to own it, you don't.
But to own it, all you have to do is go through a background check and clear the background check. And then hand your money over. Or in my case, a lot of money at one period of time.
And then they also said, when did KK arrive? Didn't they say they knew, and I can't remember how they said they knew, but that KK was at Frazee's house?
So she was there in August to meet with Patrick about something, and then in September she drove out with her aunt. She went and saw a friend. Then they drove down into Florissant to see
Some special trailer.
some special trailer. He didn't give details, although I was curious more because, well, I was curious. But to see, and then they drove from Florissant to Woodland Park, went to a restaurant, went to
a bar, he said. Not a restaurant. Went to the bar.
Okay,
then
went to the
Starbucks.
bar, then Starbucks,
I was
then
like, the U?
to
Did they go to the
KB.
U? Was I there when she was there? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh my God! Didn't it say she went somewhere else too?
So I think she went to Walmart to get something for an ulcer, an over-the-counter ulcer medication.
That's a different. That I think is different timing though, because that's supposed to be the night of the 21st.
Yeah,
and I don't
so-
know if it was KK who went. Was it KK?
No, it was Kelsey.
No, it was Kelsey
yeah,
that went. That's right.
but my notes it kind of got confusing.
Oh my God.
Kelsey went on the 21st of November. For some reason, starts helping Patrick with some stomach ulcer he's got. His stomach's hurting him. I wonder why.
But she was already out at his place dropping the baby off. She drove back into Woodland
Walmart.
Park to go to Walmart,
Get
and
an
then
ulcer
back
medicine.
out there.
And then stays there till 3 or 4 in the morning
Yeah.
on the 21st.
Is who sequestered? No, Patrick's in the courtroom. He's the defendant.
So this poor girl was out running around getting medicine for this.
Yes, for this dickhead. The night before he kills her. Ah! Oh, I can't handle it. I wanted to scream like that in the court so many times. Oh my God. I'm having a hard time controlling myself in there. I'm just like, what?
No, this is not Dad. This is us and Jay.
This is Dad's ladies. Oh man.
Former high school student wife.
The nerve of this chick.
Isn't it? That's what's standing out to me so much is the nerve of KK. Totally. She knew about it so much. I'm sorry, Mary, very much.
She knew so much.
We'll crack a window. We had a... Oh, she wanted this. You know it. She agreed with them. She was into Patrick. I can just see this life. They're both into horses. She's so into him. He's telling her how bad this lady is in being a parent to his kid. You know, he just painted this horrible picture and talked her right into it. And so it's bad. Ladies, don't trust dumb stuff. Don't trust that kind of stuff. It's actually too cold for our windows open. We won't scream.
September 23rd.
They didn't say the exact date, I
They
don't feel
just
like.
said September for
Yeah.
sure.
September, okay. So that's the solicitation charge, I bet.
But I feel like it was September 23rd.
Charges.
Well, so they added 3 charges.
They dropped the 2 solicitation and then added 3 more.
Yes.
Oh.
Are you guys just like, is your adrenaline just
Flying.
The caffeine isn't helping me much, but
I've only had 1 cup of coffee. I need a little refill of something in my life.
I'm on round 2 of an energy drink, and it's nothing new.
half an hour, guys?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
we're on the Danielle. Yeah, I got your message. I haven't gotten to it yet. We're on the phone with Jay. I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh, I'm reading Danny's
Okay,
text.
well, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Yep.
Friends to your Facebook.
Yep.
So
Thank you for calling in, though.
thanks for what you do, Jay. You're
Yes,
awesome.
thank you.
Keep up the good work in there, you guys.
We will try. We're trying. We'll talk to you soon.
So
All right. Bye.
bye, Jay.
See you guys later. All right, bye.
He wants me to ask you if you still think Patrick is cute. You can flip him off. It's fine.
Well, no. I mean, if you're being honest, I do. I mean, I do think Patrick's cute. Not that I'm attracted to Patrick, but he has.
No, he's
a cute
good-looking
guy.
dude.
There's nothing not. I mean,
He's a good-looking dude.
I think Ted Bundy was a cute guy. And-
Everybody
yeah,
at the time thought,
Now his. I just can't. I don't know what would happen if I was on trial. I don't know, but right. The cops on the roof over there too. Wow.
oh shit.
There's a few cops on the roof.
We got CSP. We've got 3
Yeah, I
cops
do
on the
think
roof.
Patrick's cute, not as a person really, but I mean just for general ball. Like you can just see, when I see him, I'm just like, okay, I see how he talked this lady into doing that. He's a cute guy. That's what I mean. I don't mean like, oh, I got the hots for Patrick. I don't like people who murder people. I don't at all. Not someone who plans it for months. I mean, even in heat of passion, you can understand. There's no like fast. I'm not even reading this.
I'm not.
It's a trap. Don't answer. It was a trap. It was a trap. Oh. Yeah, I'm done.
Y'all, it's been a long day already, and it's only
Good
1.
to laugh though. Me and Jenny are having a good time. It is.
Heck yeah.
I mean, in regards, I know it's kind of offensive to say you're having a good time in regards to someone who's died, but and it's not about that. But I'm hoping justice is being served. It does seem like they have some good. I like the phone evidence. His lawyer is like, oh, do you personally?
Are
so
you
you're a
an
professional?
expert?
Are you an expert? It's like, shut up. It's a satellite tracking device, dude. There's systems already. Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it's madness, y'all. This is real life happening in the moment. We're just reliving it for y'all.
Yeah, because it's hard to tweet. There's so many facts, and then you like run out of space, and then so this is easier. I hope people are coming over. He cute, but I ain't sending him no letters in jail. Exactly.
Do you know that
Me neither.
Chris Watts, while he was in the Weld County Jail, got over 2,000 letters from women?
I believe it. I believe it. Ted Bundy, someone came and married him and got
I know.
pregnant. Got impregnated by that fool.
And she just died not that long ago.
Well,
a couple years ago.
I feel bad for a kid that's
It
on
was a
in
Jay
America.
video.
Okay, good.
Eat, better than Netflix.
You go. I know. I don't know if we're gonna have time. I guess we can walk into Ralph's rec room, but we have 29 minutes.
I'm not terribly concerned. I only eat once a day anyway.
Yeah. I'm out of my water. Because it's in a plastic bottle, I can't drink it.
Well, not technically.
Nice. I don't drink out of plastic, but I will drink out of metal. Thanks. Oh, heavy.
Y'all,
People are idiots.
Y'all,
Bad.
we're working on it. It's just so much information coming so quick at you. And it's really hard to hear because they have the windows popped.
Yeah, which is nice because it would be hot in there, I guess, but it is a little breezy.
Well, we're also sitting closest to the windows. We can actually see the window.
Yeah, we should move away from there, maybe.
We can.
We should move away from that open damn window.
Yeah, Danielle, there's a lot that we went over. So we had one.
I think they're getting her to talk next. Someone has asked, since she pled the fifth, since Ma pled the fifth, can they make her talk? But I think something's about...
you can't compel somebody to talk. That's the whole thing.
Can't?
You cannot compel. You cannot.
If they don't come
coerce.
back and offer her immunity, there's nothing. There's going to be another.
Not at a preliminary hearing, unfortunately. Well, and even at a trial, you have to be willing. They can subpoena you to the trial, but they can't subpoena you to a preliminary hearing because it's just it's introducing evidence. That's all this is. They're introducing the prosecution is introducing their theory on what happened and why it happened. The defense is saying
the same thing I just said. What about her aunt? Where did that go?
Ignorance is bliss, folks.
What about her damn aunt going to Kelsey's house with her? Exactly, she was in the car with her for all this. It's like one trip here where Patrick, I think, was painting a really horrible picture of Kelsey. I mean, maybe it was just over the phone. Maybe her aunt was never around them talking. Kind of weird.
What you don't know is what you don't know, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So if you don't know about it, you can't be charged.
But I felt the same way when I was like, her aunt was with her when she went and brought the coffee.
We talked about it on the way out.
Ugh.
So we're just up the street from the courthouse.
Yep.
Turn y'all around. Y'all can see the courthouse.
I hope you can see the cops. Over by that pine tree, the big pine tree in the left of there's 3 police officers on top of the courthouse.
Sorry, guys.
Dad's not here.
Dad's not here, so things are going wonky. You see those 3 black figures? That's PD on top of the courthouse. Could very well be looking out for anybody with malintent. But that's the courthouse. That's where we're posted up today. You can actually see those first 2, 4, 6-ish windows are where we're at on top.
Yep, top level.
Sarah said stone-faced. Yeah, he hasn't really given up a lot.
Don't go for coffee with KK. Yep.
I would probably throat punch KK if I'm being completely honest.
I had some thoughts about.
It's throat punch Tuesday. I can make it happen. Basically, she wants immunity.
She wants immunity. She asked for it, and they denied it.
And prosecution said no immunity. At least it wasn't on the table at the time. Dad can plead the 5th. Well, I mean, if it's just video, there's no point in pleading the 5th.
Well, they feel like for Michael, I guess, the video, right? If it was just for the video, they would have just asked for it.
It's hard to know.
You wonder if they're going to release any documents?
Probably not. If I had to guess.
She got a burner phone. Yes, she did get a burner phone.
2.
She gave Kelsey her burner phone number.
2. So Patrick had 1 and KK had 1.
Sorry, Sue. Ooh. Yes, that's when she gave her fake name Casey Johnson, she also gave her burner phone number to her and said, call, she wanted to plan play dates with the dog. Did Kelsey have a dog? Or did she say she have a daughter? In my notes it said there was a planned play date.
That's all I said was planned play date.
What is that? What is that? Oh, people so bad. Everyone, go be really good humans today, please.
Yes, please.
And post about it and show me about it so I can
restore some faith in humanity.
Please.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Let's see if you can snap a photo of the witness list.
They haven't released one yet that I've known about. They may at the presser, though.
Does PF have a bulletproof vest on like Chris Watts?
Chris Watts did not have a bulletproof vest on, folks.
But yes, PF did. But his temple's still out there. I was staring at it. Bright and ready. Just saying. Go back in at 1:30.
I'd probably start.
Using the facilities.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, folks.
Well, thanks for joining in.
All 320 of you that I saw at one point.
Bye, guys.